Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon, and I'm Ninon, your host. And you know, this is absolutely incredible. I just love interviewing all these incredible entertainers and the people in Las Vegas. It's and especially around this time of the year, it's absolutely wonderful. I love every bit of it. And there's so many entertainers and so many platforms to give you to get out there. And
Absolutely.
now this is Sythe, and this is Deanne.
Yes.
And you said you were supposed to be on my show 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
Before the pandemic, which I really totally. It's now about it'll be 2 years in March.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty long time that you had
Yes.
to wait.
Absolutely.
I hope
But it's worth the wait.
Oh, see, typical man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Amazing. So you both have an act together, or what do you
Yes.
do exactly?
Well, we are husband and wife, and we are variety show, the Bling Duo.
Do you know these variety shows are coming back? The last ones I interviewed, their variety shows.
Okay.
I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they were talking about a variety show that they're putting together and the whole thing. And I was speaking to somebody in Monte Carlo this morning, and they're putting together a variety show. And I'm thinking, what is going on? Vaudeville's coming
in Monte
back.
Carlo?
Huh?
In Monte Carlo?
Monte Carlo, yes.
Really? I gotta talk to them.
Yeah. Why, you want to go to Monte Carlo?
Absolutely. We'll go there with you. But we
Oh, you
do
will?
music from the
Okay,
50s.
well-
We do music from the 50s all the way up to early 90s and then Bruno. And it's from top 40 to doo-wop to country, because I love doing country, because they don't expect me to do country.
No, looking at you, we do not think of country.
No.
No, we probably
love
think
doing
of,
country.
are you Latino?
I'm racially mixed.
You're racially mixed. Well, that could be confusing. What are you? Are you racially mixed too?
I'm Irish and English.
That's mixed.
Yes.
See?
Yeah, you're mixed. You're
Yeah.
Irish and English.
Yes.
You're English.
And a
Oh, I
little
have a
French,
British
too.
subject. Oh, parlez-vous français?
Un peu.
Oh, well, at least she says what I say. Little does she know that's the only words I know.
Me too.
We always like to fool everybody, us English, you know. So you were born in England?
No, actually, here in the States.
Oh, so you're American as well?
Yes.
Ooh, so we've got a mixture here, isn't
There
that
we go.
wonderful? So how did you two get together?
Um,
Is it that funny?
I was getting ready to pull a Pretty Woman 976 Babe. No, it was
What was that again?
it was from Pretty Woman
Pretty
Richard
Woman
Gere.
and Six Babes. Okay.
And I was doing a show at the one of the casinos, and she and her mom would come to the show, and I was in the show, the Prince tribute, Purple Rain, and I didn't do Prince. I did Morris Day.
But you
and,
could do Prince.
Okay, I'll accept that. That's a huge compliment.
You do.
He
Well-
gets that all the time. All the time.
It's a compliment because he's a good looking,
Oh, he was
good-looking dude,
Well, I wasn't
and very
think-
talented.
I wasn't thinking of the good looks, but I was definitely. I was definitely thinking of the singing and the look. But you are good looking. Prince was
Well,
good
thank
looking,
you.
so you would have to be
Thank
good looking.
Well, thank you. See, now I'm blushing. You can see it.
Well, you might be able to, but I can't.
So,
He can hide it.
Yeah.
so she was at the show with her mom, and we started talking, and then I gave her a business card, thinking I was trying to be this big old flirt, and she was not having it. And so when I gave her the card, and she saw in the back it had my favorite Bible verse, Luke 137, which just happened to be hers, and our favorite color is purple and white. And next time I saw her, we talked a bit, and she called
Now,
me for
did you
something.
purposely go to a show where he was at again
Actually,
to see him?
That's what's so funny about this story. I mean, I was really hard to get because he was on the strip.
Oh, I love women. Then they say
I-
they're hard to get, and all they're doing is trying to find a husband.
Actually, not
And then
me.
when they find somebody, they say, "Oh no, you can't date me." Oh no, I don't. No, I don't
So
date.
not me.
That's so not her.
I
So
was
independent.
extremely
Yeah.
independent. The
Of
house,
course
the
you always
cars
do.
did not
Women
need a
always
man.
do.
But he was at Boardwalk across the street while I was taking my mom out clubbing at Studio 54 all the time at the MGM Grand. MGM Grand, yeah, when it used to be here, because this goes 16 years back.
Oh, okay.
So it was kind of interesting because everybody, ooh, you should go see the Purple Rain show. Now I'm good over here. You see one tribute show, you've seen them all. Isn't that terrible? And there was my husband in there, my future husband. I didn't know it. So it wasn't until they were off the strip also at Santa Fe Station. And it
You
was close
decided
to
to
where
go
I
and
was.
see.
Yeah, and it was close to where I was living. I didn't want to have to drive down to the strip, so grabbed my mom up, went down there, And yeah, he caught my eye right away, but I didn't want anybody to know.
I'm just
You didn't
saying.
want to do, why didn't you want anybody to
Because
know?
I didn't want to be involved with an entertainer. I have an entertainer background myself, mostly dancing for myself, ballroom.
And what about your mom and
jazz,
dad?
So, my mom was a championship dancer back in the day.
Yeah, because so it comes and runs in the family.
Yes, it
So
does.
you captured her. You got a date.
A smidge.
A smidge,
You know.
a smidge of a date. It's funny how things happen and how people meet and their stories.
Yeah.
Because I could do a whole story on people meeting each other. Maybe I should have another story.
Yeah.
I should have another talk show about how you meet.
Absolutely.
How
we
does
met.
how the woman plays hard to get. She's dying to get a husband, dying to have someone to date. He comes along. Oh, no, I can't go out Monday. Wednesday's no good. Tuesday, well.
Oh yeah, I got the
Did you
hand
get
every
that?
time. I got the whole hand every time.
No.
It was like I was like, "Do you know who I am?" And then she was like, "Do you know who I am?" And I was totally intrigued
Then that was
because
even,
of the business side of her, and it just
Yes.
that was sexier than anything I've ever seen.
So when did you start performing?
Ever since I was like 4 or 5.
4 or 5 years old. You knew you were going to be a performer. Did you know what sort of performer you would be?
I knew it was going to have to do with music because my mom, my brothers, was all about music, and I grew up in a household where my mom and my brother, my oldest brother, was always singing,
Yes.
and then my other brothers and sisters was all corporate. That's their life.
So you've got half and half. You've got,
Yeah, half and
you've got
half,
the business half taken care of you,
Exactly.
and then you're kind
Exactly.
of the entertainers.
I saw New Edition, Michael,
Yeah.
and Prince, and it was over.
And you
I
thought
just, I just knew it.
that I could be
I just knew
that.
it. That was it. And when I was
No.
New Edition, I was out 5.
Do you,
New Kids, out 5.
you're an impersonator, right?
No, I used to impersonate Morris Day,
Okay.
but actually I'm me. It
Oh,
just happens to be a
wonderful.
resemblance.
I love that because I always think if someone can impersonate someone else and they've got that good a voice, why don't they use their own voice? Because they've got that beautiful voice.
Right.
You know, and,
Right.
and so sometimes I always think, we should have their own voice and do their own thing because I think it's wonderful. Now, you don't sing or you do sing?
Actually, I do. As
Oh.
of late, I do a lot more. He's got me tucked into doing so much more. And we actually were told by one of the band members in Purple Rain, you two should go out and do things together.
Really?
People love duets, and
Yes,
I'd
they
like
do,
to,
and they're coming back.
Yes. Yes.
They're coming back.
It's like
we-
Sonny and Cher, but with the blonde and tan.
So we
Yeah,
started
that's
doing
right.
that.
Well, yeah, Sonny and Cher.
Yeah.
That's absolutely
Well, and I wear a lot
right.
more clothes though.
You were more. Yes,
I
you
wear
were
a lot more clothes.
Why?
Because it's cold this time of year. The rest of the year I have no excuse.
It's because we're actually in winter and it's cold. Well, that wasn't quite the
There you go.
question. The
Kinda
question
ooze that one
is
in
that
there.
you're on stage, got all these lights on, it's certainly not cold.
No.
So true.
So, but I love what you wear anyway. So you do get a little scanty, but you don't want to get.
Yes.
But that was Cher's look.
Yes.
Yes.
This
And
is
it was
look at your look. Look at
fabulous.
this look.
Yes.
I mean, you've got your own individual look.
Yes.
What look do you feel you are?
Royalty with class.
Royalty with that.
He's so
I don't
fun.
know. Well, we always try to say we bring the class back to Vegas,
I would say
and,
you was nice.
and that's what we
Am I saying right?
try to do.
I think you are just being you. And I
Yes.
think to be you is, and I think you are being you. And she's got blue eyelashes.
And they're real too. Those bad boys.
No, don't tell me that.
Okay, I won't tell you that.
Don't tell me her eyelashes are real. I'm
Yes.
like putting them on and I'm trying to get something out of nothing. To get something out of nothing is really nothing. But it's good. So now what have you got coming up? You're
Oh
a
my
duo.
goodness.
You have just the two of you in the show, or any
Yes.
backers, anybody else?
Well, every now and then we use a live band. We love using a live band.
Yes.
But I'll let Deanne.
Well, it
Explain
kind
it.
of
What's going on?
everything's kind of evolved. So we first kind of got together, and we love having a live band behind us.
Of
But
course.
there's not always the venues to do so. So we kind of have a mix.
You mean
Sometimes
there's
we have a live
not
band.
room enough to put the bands
Yes.
there? Really?
Yes, yes, and also the abundance to do so.
Yes.
Some places do not have the abundance so that you can pay musicians,
Yes.
and we are just the type, because he's a musician as well. His incredible instrumental music, which is the likes of Yanni.
Oh,
That's his own
wow.
record label, and so it's one of those things where unless we can pay a musician well, we'd rather just go ahead and do it on our own. They
Absolutely,
deserve
yeah.
to be paid well.
Yeah. I was going
Right.
to say, because there's enough entertainers and people in the
Yes.
music industry in Vegas.
Oh, yes.
You've got
Yes.
kind of a big variety.
Oh yes.
And a tremendous
Incredible
amount to
musicians.
choose from.
Oh yes.
yes.
You're
Incredible
not
musicians.
short of
Yes.
any instrument here.
Hmm
But
Oh, yes.
you play them all.
Actually, well, my heart's is keys, but my
Keys.
first instrument was drums. I played the guitar until my fingers started hurting. Then I go back to the keys.
So you
Oh
go
my
into
goodness.
actually smaller venues.
So we go into just about anywhere right now after
Yeah.
the pandemic. We have found a home at Salud, and that's where we're
Salud,
going to
where's
be
that?
tonight. So that is a Mexican bistro at Sahara and Cimarron, and we are there the first, second, and third Wednesdays. The fourth Wednesdays, we typically will do a showroom like the Mint or something like that, or go into we're guests like
Yeah.
we were last night in another show with the crooners.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
we
was
kinda
supposed to
leave
be
it
at
open.
that show last
Oh,
night. Yes, I was
Oh.
It was
invited.
so
yeah,
good, so
yeah.
much fun.
We had a
But with the
blast.
weather and the
Yes.
Hobbit going on and
Mhm.
everything, it was
Yeah.
a bit sort of, you know.
It was tough.
It happens.
Yeah. it
The next
happened.
And then
Next one. Yeah, well, the next
Yeah.
one.
And we have New Year's Eve. We're at Miller's Tavern in Sun City,
Oh,
which is really
wonderful.
special to our hearts because about 13 years ago we went into a senior community. A friend was there, and it turned into a complete advocacy. It's what gave me all
Mhm.
my hats that I have today. We fell
Oh,
in
really?
love with older adults,
Yeah.
and in the process, while he was singing and playing piano, I was listening, and my advocacy became so big. I'm actually the chairperson for the City of Las Vegas Senior Citizens Advisory Board.
Well, how about
So
that?
I
So you
advise the
taking
mayor
care
and
of all-
council.
How wonderful!
Yes.
You're looking after. Do you take
Yes.
care of them with their entertainment to make sure they have
Yes.
entertainment?
Yes. And when we do
Fabulous.
this, we don't go in just because we're looking for work. He can
No.
get plenty of work. He's
Oh,
great.
really?
He
Oh,
can.
yeah?
He really can.
Really?
But the thing is
He looks like
we
it.
want to give them
I mean, I would book
joy,
him. I've got nothing
you
to book
know?
him for, but I'd book
I
him.
know.
You're very kind.
I'll
It's,
I'll figure something out. Well, I did book him, booking him on my show.
Yes, there you
go.
go.
See, there you
I have
go.
booked you. Oh, yeah.
There you
All
go.
right. Book
Yeah,
him now.
so we have a blast doing that because we love the oldies and we love to get them energized. And because I'm also a hand in the healthcare world, we kind of understand
You do
what
a
they're
lot of
going
work.
through. I do.
You
But
like
my
it.
heart is mindset development. So that's my heart.
Mindset
Mindset development. Yeah.
development.
So I work
Mhm.
on people's minds.
People's minds. Would that be the younger people, middle people,
Anyone.
older people?
Whole spectrum.
Anyone.
Where do you find they need it the most?
After the pandemic, it's
Everyone.
really everyone. I mean, it really kind of changed things for a lot of people to a negative side. And
Yes.
because they had to be stuck with themselves or their spouse. They got to
It
know
could be
things they didn't
really,
like.
it could be really, really good, or it could be really,
Really, really
really bad.
Yeah.
There's no kind of happy medium floating
No.
around. But I did hear that there was a lot of marriages that were
Yes.
really
Yes.
happy.
Unfortunately.
And well, that came together and were
yes.
happy with all their
Yes.
children, and they got to know their families and
Yes,
everybody.
fortunately,
And
that was-
unfortunately,
yes.
that was good. So I kind of gear on that way.
Right.
You know. But that's good
Absolutely.
what you do, though.
Yes.
So you did. What about the younger generation? Did you find they had a difficult time through the pandemic?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but harder than what people really realize.
Yes, very much, because they don't realize how important socialization is, you know, to any of the younger ages, right?
No.
To all ages, really. But you're still in that social part of life.
And that's that, you know. And this is they go to school, they see all their friends. They
Right.
don't go to school. What do they see? Nothing. They see mom and dad all the time telling
And
them,
on your phone.
"Don't do this and don't do that."
And they're getting negativity from the world positive. Just
Yeah.
walking around with that little
And also,
computer.
not understanding. They're not
Right.
understanding the whole thing. But I always look at it. It was the whole world. It wasn't just America or just
Right.
or just Vegas. We always think it's just in Vegas because this is where we live.
global.
But it was
Yes.
the whole world. It was the
Mhm.
global, and it was all that.
It was. It
So,
was
how can people reach you? Where are you going to be playing tonight? You're playing where?
at Salud.
Salute tonight.
Mexican Bistro from 6 to 9. And everybody arrives early, gets some dinner. And then that's on Wednesdays. And
Is that every Wednesday?
It's the first, second, and third
Third
Wednesday of every month.
Okay.
So this is our last one for the month of December. So we're going to have kind of a little bit of a Christmas party going.
Good.
And then we'll be there again in January. And then Miller's Tavern. And Miller's Tavern, we're doing it Eastern style because that's the 55 plus neighborhood. And they don't want to let us, you know, do that entertainment thing till midnight. So
okay.
we're going to
New
be a
Year's
little
Eve there.
earlier. And everything can be found on the website, sythecameron.com.
Where's the web?
And that's Sythe
Sythecameron.com.
Cameron, SYTHE CAMERON, like John Forsyth, Cameron,
Forsyth?
like Kurt Cameron.
Sythe?
Yes,
I'm
Sythe
getting his
Cameron.
name. Now the interview is over, I know his name.
There you go.
I'm just
Facebook
teasing.
is Sythe Deanne,
Yes.
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 and
And emails lasvegas@gmail.com, and we can be reached at 733-8888.
See, they don't
702
mind-
area code.
702.
Yes.
And they don't mind giving their number out. Isn't that beautiful? It's
No.
wonderful. Well, you've
We
been
love
fabulous. I wish you all
Well,
the
it's a
best for
pleasure.
everything.
We wish the same for
Absolutely
you.
incredible. And I just, I
And you're
just
just
love it.
absolutely breathtaking. You are just
Yes.
so sweet.
Oh my goodness!
We
Thank you
finally
very
get to
much.
sit with
At
you.
last, at
Finally.
long last. I hope I get to see a show. So send me,
Yes.
because
Okay.
you've got all my information.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
And then we can maybe
We'll
come
love
up and
to.
see a show and see what you're up to. What you're doing and
Absolutely.
watch you perform. I'd love to see.
Wonderful.
I'd love to
Absolutely.
see the two of you perform. I think.
Oh,
it'd be
thank you.
Thank you for watching
Thank you.
Vegas
Thank you for
Live
having
with
us.
Ninon. Kisses to the world.
Yes.
You know this is live streaming, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. Live all day. Okay, man. It's
We
live,
did
man.
that, yeah, we did that every week during the pandemic.
Couple of lines, couple of words of a song.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. There we go.
Debbie, that's it. What more can we wish for? Absolutely great. We'll be right back with our next guest, Vegas Live with Ninon. Take care.